Can our classic Airbus A320 survive a flight to Antarctica? Today, we're pushing this plane to its absolute breaking point. We need to deliver life-critical supplies to Antarctica, taking them on a 6-hour journey down to Wolfs Fang, a brutal blue ice runway with 0 navigational waypoints. We'll be flying with live weather, meaning we have around 23 hours a day of total darkness. During this time of year, there is just a 1-hour window of daylight to put this plane on the ice. But that's not the hardest part. The real challenge is the cold. Deep freeze temperatures of below -60 degrees force us to drop altitude to keep our fuel from freezing, burning up our vital reserves and slowing us down. Out here, there are no alternate airports. If we miss our window, we go down. So let's start the clock and get ready for departure. We are in Cape Town, South Africa, and we are about to do a slightly illegal flight. It's not ETOPS compliant, but it's fine. And we're taking you guys to Antarctica.
We're going to have lots of challenges to overcome here.
Yes, it's an interesting time of year in Antarctica at the minute. They get 1 hour of daylight a day, and we've got to make sure that we time our arrival with that hour of daylight because this is an ice strip. We need to be able to see it. So it is a bit of a weird one, this route. The arrival airport, Echo November Oscar Echo, is actually a dummy airport because it doesn't exist in SimBrief. So what we're doing is we're putting that one in, which is very, very close. I think it's called something like Troll Town. It sounds like a really bad Call of Duty map. That's hopefully close enough where we should be able to see the airfield to make a visual approach. So in terms of weight on board today, we've got 20 scientists and Janice. But in the cargo hold, it's absolutely full. They're bringing loads of equipment. They got loads of scientific stuff going in there. It's definitely not all Mars bars.
And this cargo needs to make it there today.
Yep.
And the issue is, if we are slightly too late today, it'll be too dark at the airfield and we won't be able to land. Fuel pumps on. Got external power connected at the moment. Here it's on the remote stand. We'll start the APU. Nice and cozy in here. It's in the hours of darkness. Go ahead and turn this up a little bit. So we want nose right, tail left on this pushback.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brake released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Started well.
Engine mode, select ignition start. Starting in engine number 1.
Please set parking brakes.
Brakes. Starting engine 2.
Tow truck disconnected. Left is clear, right is clear.
Emergency. Leave all baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted and released as shown. It must be fastened whenever the seatbelt signs are on.
Taxi for today, just straight down to the end of the runway. We'll use full length.
It's a Veil. Engine mode select norm.
Yep, we'll get the APU bleed off. And we'll get the APU itself off. Alright, get the taxi lights on. And also we'll get the radar on as well. Weather radar. Might be quite useful today. And a predictive wind shear. Clear on the right here.
And clear on the left as well. Parking brake release.
Let's go.
Janice, seat for departure please. Seat for departure, Janice, thanks.
We've got landing lights on. Nose lights to take off. And the strobes on as well.
Man, flight 66, SRS runway order for
Check. V1, rotate.
Who's taking money off me? Sterile flight deck.
Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Flap 0.
Speed check, flap 0.
And there we are, on our way to Antarctica. This is going to be a crazy flight, mate.
Leaving Cape Town meant leaving our safety net behind. Between here and Antarctica is nothing but open, freezing ocean and 0 alternate airports. An engine failure out here would be an instant disaster. We were on schedule for our 1-hour landing window, but we still had 6 brutal hours ahead of us. With the freezing temperatures ahead, things could go wrong fast.
Right, so one of the main things we've got to take into consideration for this flight, you may feel like it's the arrival airport. That's definitely a sort of spanner in the works. We've got to think about weather. We've got to think about actually being able to see the airport as well is a big thing. And of course, making sure we're arriving within daytime. So that's definitely something to consider. But more important to that is actually our fuel temperature. Currently our fuel temperature is 4 degrees, and that's slowly cooling as the outside air temperature decreases as well. Currently the outside air temperature is minus 50 degrees, and the air temperature actually hitting the aircraft after that gets converted to heat and stuff like that is minus 25. The critical number that we've got to keep an eye on the fuel is not getting it close to the minimum fuel temperature, which is minus 47 degrees plus 3. So we'd be looking at minus 44.
So on our flight today, although we have quite a lot of reserve fuel, about 2 tons, we may need to descend a little bit so there's more air pressure and more friction on the wings to warm up them fuel tanks. That's all we got really.
As we get closer to Antarctica, of course, it's going to get colder, which is then just going to reduce the atmospheric temperature on the fuel, and slowly the fuel is just going to start decreasing in temperature. Whilst we've been talking, we've lost another degree as well. It's now 3 degrees.
For hours, there was nothing outside but freezing ocean, while inside we were obsessively watching the fuel temperatures drop. With the sun at its highest point, we were left flying with a constant orange sunrise, hoping that the sun wouldn't set just when we needed it the most.
Okay, we're just approaching our ETP. If we have a look at the fuel pred page, we are due to arrive approximately about 10:40. So we've probably got 2 hours 40 minutes of the flight left to go. Outside air temperature has dropped to minus 64 degrees, which is having quite an effect on the fuel. We just switch over to our fuel page. As you can see, the fuel temperature now has dropped down to minus 22 on the wingtip tanks and minus 20 on the inboard tanks, which basically means we're about halfway towards things getting quite spicy. So we'll probably give this another sort of 7 or 8 degrees, and then we may look at our options of lowering the altitude to try and increase some of this temperature. So yeah, 2 hours 40 roughly left to run, and we're well over the ocean now, so let's hope everything stays positive and nothing goes wrong.
More time passed and the temperatures on board continued to drop. It was only a matter of time before we were forced to take action to prevent a possible disaster. Doing this route in the dead of winter might have been a serious mistake. Right, so we're now 4 hours and 20 minutes into the flight, so we're getting there. Outside air temperature now negative 64 Celsius, and we're slowly seeing this fuel go down. It's now negative 34 degrees Celsius. It's getting a bit scary now.
So I think what we're going to do, we're probably going to drop down to 28,000 feet and see if that helps us. We'll keep an eye on it as we descend down.
We were now so far south that our magnetic navigation completely broke down, and then we were confused by a message on the MCDU. It commanded us to select true heading, but on our pilot display it had true blue above the map. So we weren't sure whether the aircraft had done this for us, and we spent a bit of time trying to fix this ourselves with no success. If we weren't flying in true heading mode, the autopilot would fly us massively off course.
We got about an hour and 45 left in the flight, and we did just have a message come up on the MCDU which basically said select true ref, but it appears like the aircraft's done that automatically at true blue at the top.
We're going to assume that's been done automatically. We were looking everywhere. We couldn't find an option for it. So if you've got any info, put it down in the comments. But we're pretty sure it's done it automatically. If it hasn't, for the next hour and 45 minutes, we're probably just going to slowly veer off course, and we're not going to be able to find the airport. So let's wait and see. But yeah, let's get this descent programmed in, and we'll give you an update shortly if it's working or not. Look at this, Janice looking after us today as well. Tesco's finest poor
cocktails.
Prawn cocktails. Go on, Janice.
Cheers, Janice.
Hand-cooked crisps.
Oh, she's done that, has she? What, hand-cooked?
Tell you what, she's done a good job there, hasn't she?
Very
She's
nice.
good. She does look after us, Janice. Okay, so first bit of bad news. Fuel's getting colder. So far this isn't working. We're going to give it a bit more time now.
Oh, yikes.
We've been trying to Google an approach chart for runway 17, and we've managed to find one. The only problem is none of this is in the box. So we're going to have a go at programming this manually. We may do it completely wrong.
So
But-
we found this online. Wolfs Fang runway.com it's called. So we're looking at this, and we've got the actual runway here, and we've got these 2 waypoints on final approach.
Yeah, it basically gives us like 14 miles, doesn't it?
Yeah, so
Which
you've
is
got
probably
9
enough.
miles and another 5 miles there. So this says be above 6,900 feet. One issue is we have no METAR, so we don't know what QNH to do. We'll have the radio altimeter though, so that can kind of help us reference things.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to have to rely on that.
There'll be people at home saying, oh, just look online. There is one online that tells you the METAR, but we're just wondering whether MSFS is even following that, because
Yeah, that's the problem.
it's got no weather information in the sim. But let's start to get these waypoints in. So the last waypoint before our centre fix is Lulav. So if I'm going to go into Lulav, and we're going to put the next waypoint in, so what we saying, Brownie? What we
Okay, we'll skip forward a bit here. We spent a good while trying to add these waypoints, and for whatever reason we just couldn't figure it out. Whether it wasn't in the system or we were just doing it wrong, we don't know.
Oh, what's going on here? Mate, we should have watched a tutorial before coming here.
Yeah, this
Our company's just sent us here with no experience.
yeah.
Mate, when you don't even understand the example on ChatGPT, I think that could be a bit of a problem. So if you had, get your head around this, right? This is like GCSE maths here.
Okay.
If you had 123 degrees, 45, 12.5 east, enter 12.5 divided by 60 equals 0.21, so you enter 12345.2. Is this part of the flight where I feel like we could have done some more research?
Yeah.
Okay, so we just routed direct to the centre fix. We began our descent and we entered the destination info that we found on the website, but to be honest, we had no idea if this was going to be accurately represented in the sim. But we hoped for the best and just hoped that we'd get visual on our approach.
It's funny how on the last challenge we were staring at the fuel level, and now we're staring at the temperature.
One flight, we'll enjoy the scenery, mate.
Yeah. Comment down below. Next video, should we just do a nice chill flight, ideal flying conditions?
Manny to Ibiza and back. Something nice and fun, nice and relaxing. Sick of putting myself through this stress.
This is a bumpy ride, this.
Yeah, we're not at a good altitude here. We're really going through all the cloud layer.
We're going to have some sick passengers on the back
Should
today.
we let them know what's going on?
I think so.
Shortly 5 milligrams on there, just sounds likely to lose my temperature. So you're comfortable, if you need anything, next week is Janice, and we'll see how else you need to go. Okay, I'm ready.
Buzzing. Right, that's them sold.
Sounded great, that.
Thanks, mate.
As we drew closer to the airport, we started to have our doubts about if the weather info we found online would match in the simulator, since there was no weather data anywhere to be found in Microsoft Flight Sim. So we had to think on our feet, and we devised a plan. The Airbus A320 shows us the current winds outside the aircraft. We could use this to our advantage. Our plan is to overfly the runway and check the wind direction and speeds, and from that, figure out which runway direction to use. We needed a headwind to land here, as we'd need to be as slow as possible when touching down on the blue ice runway.
Okay, we are about 20 miles away from the airfield, apparently.
Okay.
What's that there? I can see a strip there.
Oh yeah. That's a bit off centre, isn't it? Oh, got some lights.
There
Nice.
it is. Okay, so I'm going to pull heading at this point.
We have to be careful of them mountains. My terrain radar's not doing anything right now.
Okay.
Our initial fly past confirmed that runway 17 was the best for us to use.
Right, gear down, please.
Gear down. It's gonna be a windy landing this, you know.
There's just nothing as well to reference where we are and how high we are. That's my big worry at the minute.
Yeah.
Might go manual speed for this, I think.
So,
Okay. Waterfall out. Set 134 on the speed, please.
134.
.34 knots.
1,000.
No. Let's do that again. Go around flaps.
Flaps 3.
I was too high and I was well off as well, I think.
Yeah.
I think give us a few more trap miles just to make that turn happen, I reckon.
Yeah. $750 feet. $700.
This wind is bad.
450.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Drive.
Nice. Wow, we're down.
It's windy, that, you know. That was challenging. I assume we're going to park over there.
I think so. I do 2 other planes.
And welcome to Antarctica. If you enjoyed this video, get a comment down below, smash that like button as well, and keep your eye open for our future videos. And if you're really enjoying our content, consider being one of our awesome members, just like one of these people right here.
If you become a member, you can see a behind the scenes video, and we'll tell you all about how we made this video and all our other videos too.
Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
See ya.